Good evening, everyone. This is Robert. RJO Network presents another exciting edition of Inside Pitch. The 1983 season is on the air. Today's date is April 4th, 1983. It is opening day. We are at Riverfront Stadium for tonight's game between the Atlanta Braves and the Cincinnati Reds. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another exciting replay of Inside Pitch featuring myself, Robert from RJL Network, and we are all set to begin the 1983 season. As you all, this is the 11th replay that I have done. We do 2 replays a year, one starting in January, one starting in July. The reason why I choose that is because when the one in January is over, we're already starting baseball regular season in real life. And the season is ending in July, we're at the World Series. So here we go. 1983 was the next season that was chosen. And by you guys, by the vote and by the dice. And so now we will see what happens as we go forward here, as we take a big jump from 1969 up to 1983. There are a few changes to some of the rules I'm going to use. Now, for those of you who do know that I did the demo game for 1983, Chris has decided to go back to the original chart, although a few enhancements. So I will not be using that system. He is going to stick with the original way of rolling with the D6 and not the D20, although the D20 will still be choosing for range plays. A couple of house rules I'm now going to institute. From now on, the starting pitcher's pull rating, if he will be rounded down and by runs, I'm not going to worry about hits, but if a pitcher's pull rating is, let's say Soto here has a 13, I'll divide that by 2. I'll round down, make that a 6. If a pitcher gives up the pull rating and the number of hits, I will fatigue the pitcher automatically. It will go ahead and give the results of a pitcher being shelled. There is also another rule I'm going to institute for house rules, but we'll get to that rule if we need to. I'll explain that when we get there. It's going to concern infield in with a runner on third base, which is the tying go-ahead run or winning run, and a 6 is rolled. I'll show you when we get to that. But that is going to be a house rule I will institute from now on. So there's going to be a few changes. So this is the 1983 season. They have 2 divisions in each league. In East and West, the American League. East and West, the National League. Top 3 teams in each division will make the postseason. Must have winning records or I will modify the postseason. However, there must be a minimum of 4 teams. There can be a team with a losing record that can get in if they are the 4. I must have at least a division series. So we will do that rule as well. Then we will go to a wild card series where the number 6 plays the 5. The winner there plays the 4. The winner there plays the number 1. The 2 plays the 3 in a best of 5 division series. Best of 7 championship and World Series, of course. This is of course 1983. We do 1 day per 3 days of baseball. Early on, we will have 2 schedule blocks. Each block, you will be able to see each team at least twice this season before I start cutting teams when we approach the playoffs, getting closer to the playoffs. The 1983 All-Star Game was held at Comiskey Park. We will have that All-Star Game at that wonderful place, and that we will have that regularly on its regular scheduled date. For the 83 All-Star Game. I will be taking breaks in between each month of baseball, 1 day off, so I can rest the voice. I do need time, but now we've had a 2-month delay off. It is now time to get back. The 10-minute ticker returns utilizing FastScore, the 1983 season. I will show you how this works when we get to the 10-minute ticker, and it has returned for the background. So I hope everybody is ready for excitement here at Riverfront Stadium. Jeremy Books, Clee baseball fan, Mike Terra, Supernova, Bob's Tabletop Sports, Frank Rosenk, Hardwood Heaven, Tracy Meehan, Brian Patterson, Ben Witz, Ron McGrath, DB, Doug Hunt, John Haverly, and Kevin Thomas are all first to, and Band Pro 247 joining us here at Riverfront Stadium. The Reds historically won this game. The Braves had 4 runs, 5 hits, no errors. The Reds had 5 runs, 6 hits, and 2 errors. And Jeff Merklin now joins us here at Riverfront Stadium. So it is time for another exciting exciting baseball replay. Usually a replay, the way I do it, lasts about 4 months, 2.5 months of regular season, a month and a half of postseason. So I hope all you guys are settled up. 1983 should be an exciting season, at least I hope so. It is time to get ready, and let's get ready to play. Starting pitcher for the Cincinnati Reds tonight is Mario Soto, and he had a pretty decent year in 83. 17 wins, 13 losses, 2.70 ERA. He had 242 strikeouts and 89 walks in 83. Yes, as Baseball with the Demos now joins us here at the stadium by the front of the river. We're going to use red, white, and white dice. Reds are the home team, and we are set and ready to go. A new season about to begin. There will be a game every night, hopefully, unless life gets in the way, and if it does, well, you'll see what happens. It is time to get ready to play. We are at Riverfront Stadium. This was a pitcher's park. Only 116 home runs hit here, adds 1 to strikeouts and adds 4 to walks. So let's go to the top of the first and let's play some baseball, shall we? Leading off for the Braves will be the center fielder, Brett Butler, and a very solid career he had. 281 average, 5 homers, 37 RBIs in 1983. The fans here at the stadium by the front of the river are ready to go. This is opening day. The 1983 season is ready. Are you ready? Let's go to the first pitch as the 1983 regular season is underway. Soto, 5-1, strikeout plus 10. That's a 6. That's going to be an easy K. Struck him out. And that will be the first K for Mario Soto. 1 down. Next batter will be the shortstop. Rafael Ramirez had a good year in 83. 297 average, 7 homers, 58 RBIs. I am doing version 4 with a couple of new homebrew rules that I've decided to utilize. This is a version 4. I am using this beta chart. For those of you that are still using version 3, I submit to you should still use version 3. But remember, you can download the version 4 charts, which means I am making a change to the KWs on baseball on the pitcher's cards. If that comes up, he wants to change the KW to a KHR. What I'm going to do is I'm going to keep it a KW, but if a walk does not occur, I will then try for a home run. Give the batter a home run chance. That's just going to be a few house rules here, since he still has not made anything official. Soto will pitch to Ramirez. 6-3. That's a strikeout. The 4 got him. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Second strikeout for Soto. As he said, he had 242 of them that year. Next batter for the Braves will be the right fielder, Claudell Washington. Also had a good year. 278 average, 9 homers, 44 RBIs. Soto will pitch. 5-6. Range play. Washington. 3-2. That's a base hit past first, but that's going to be a range play for Dan Dreesen. His range is a 3, and he's got it. What a play by Dreesen. Soto will come over. Dreesen will throw to Soto and get him, and that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3, go the Braves, and we will go to the bottom of the first. Starting pitcher for the Atlanta Braves. Hall of Famer, and in my opinion, one of the greatest of all time. He had over 300 wins. Mr. Phil Niekro, 11 wins, 10 losses, 3.97 ERA. He had 128 strikeouts and 102 walks in 83. Jimmy Jam now joins us here at Riverfront Stadium. So let's see how the Reds come up here as we start the bottom of the first. Leading off, left fielder Gary Reedus into temptation. 247 average, 17 homers, 51 RBIs in 83. Niekro will make the pitch. 2-1, possible error. Reedus, 3-1 against the righty. That's a hard hit ball into left field. That's going to bounce off the wall, and that's going to be a triple. Left fielder is Dale Murphy. His error rating is a 0. He's not going to make an error. He'll get to that. But Reedus leads off the game for the Reds with a 3-bagger. So a triple right to left field. And Dale Murphy does not have an error rating. So he's just going to happen there. And he'll hold there at third base. That'll bring up the center fielder, Eddie Milner, 261 average, 9 homers, 33 RBIs. Infield will play back. It's going to be early in the game. So Niekro will go ahead and pitch to strategy roll, and nothing on the 9. Rita stays put. Niekro, 6'4", walk plus 10. That's a 2, and he'll walk Milner easily. So Niekro off to a tough start, gives up a triple, and now his first walk of the game. And now the battle with the shortstop, Dave Concepcion. I'm sorry, I don't think he's a Hall of Famer, but I have no problem putting him in the Hall of the Very Good. 233 average, a homer, and 47 RBIs. Infield is now automatically set at double play depth anytime a runner is on first. Marlon Price now joins us here at Riverfront Stadium. Strategy roll, nothing happening on the 11, although Milner has a good steal ability. He had 41 stolen bases. That's still a little bit too high. Concepcion will go ahead and swing. Niekro, 2-2, error on a grounder. Concepcion, 5-3, and against a righty, that's going to be a fly ball to left field. Dale Murphy's going to make that catch for out number 1. Concepcion, sacrifice fly of 3, hit to right +1, a 1-4. He'll score Reedus, and he will. It will be a sacrifice fly for Dave Concepcion, deep enough. Reedus with good speed. And just like that, the Reds have a quick 1-0 lead on the SF. So sacrifice fly there for Concepcion. And that will bring up the third baseman. He's not catching today. He's at third base. Hall of Famer and one of the greatest of all time, Mr. Johnny Bench. 255 average, 12 homers, 54 RBIs. If you want to say, and some people say he's the greatest catcher in history, period. You can make an argument for that. Milner is on at first. He had 41 stolen bases. He does not get the steal sign here. He'll stay put. Niekro will go ahead and pitch. Niekro, 4-2. That's a walk plus 10. And that's going to walk Bench. So now Niekro walks Bench now. So runners at first and second, still 1 out. Niekro had 102 walks and 201 innings pitched in 83. So he was good for a walk pretty much every 1 or 2 innings. Midlife Crisis joins us here at Riverfront Stadium. And now that'll bring up the first baseman, Dan Dreesen, 277 average, 12 homers, 57 RBIs in 83. Runners at first and second. Let's see, infield is automatically a double play. If you've noticed, it now says / double play because there is no range check. There is no -1 to range when it's hit the third, second, or short. Niekro will go ahead and see strategy roll first. Nothing happening. That's an 18. And Niekro will pitch. Niekro, 6'5", hit by pitch, 11, no way. Dreesen, 6'3", and against the righty, that's going to be a base hit past second base. Milner easily has got the speed. He will come around from second. He will score. Bench, a base running rating of 2, will not be fast enough. He'll hold at second base. And Dreesen has an RBI single, and the Reds are already up 2-0. Stadium cheers. Yay! So RBI single already here for Dan Dreesen, and the Reds are already up 2-0. And here comes the second baseman, a great baseball name, Ron Oster, 264 average, 11 homers, 58 RBIs in 69. Larry Harris joins us here at Riverfront Stadium. Runners at first and second, already 2-0 in favor of the Reds. Let's see what the strategy roll is. Nothing on the 10. Niekro, 4-4 against the switch left. That's going to be a blank. Oster, 2-1. Base hit right past first, and the Reds are coming out swinging. Johnny Bench, a base running rating of 2, and that's not going to be fast enough. He'll have to hold the third, but the bases are loaded. So now with the runners all juiced, bases full of Reds. And the next batter for the Reds is going to be right fielder Jeff Jones. He didn't get much play in 83, but he got the start in this game. 227 average, no homers, 5 RBIs. Pretty good fielder, though. So Jeff Jones will bat here with the bases loaded. The infield is going to play back. They're not going to call infield in. They're going to try to turn. Well, actually, with Jeff Jones, a double play rating of 0, they're actually going to call the infield in. So Niekro is going to go because Bench has no chance to score. So bases loaded here. Bottom of the first, 2-0 in favor of the Reds already. Wow. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 11. Niekro will go ahead and he will pitch. Niekro, 2-3. Range play at the park. Riverfront, 6-2. It's a fly ball to center field. Going after that is Brett Butler. He was pretty good. His range is a 4. He's got it. He'll make the catch. It's out number 2. Jones, very good sacrifice fly rating, though. Sacrifice fly is a 5. Hit the center, +2 is a 7. That's an automatic sacrifice fly. Bench will come in to score. Dreesen, base running rating of 3. Hit the center, -1. And Butler, a 0 arm, a 1-2. He'll take third. He won't. He'll stay at second base. But it's another run for the Reds. So Jeff Jones will get a run here on an SF to center. It's now 3-0 in favor of the Reds. Stadium cheers. Yay! So already 3-0. We're only still in the first inning of this one here. And the next batter will be the catcher, Alex Trevino, future Met. 216 average, a homer, and 13 RBIs. He only played 167 games in 83. Runners at first and second, 2 outs now. Strategy roll still on, nothing happening. Niekro, 6-3, strikeout, 16 is high. Trevino, 3-5, and he hits one to left field, but that's going to be Dale Murphy getting to that one, and he will make the catch and finally end the inning. 3 runs, 3 hits, 2 walks, 2 sacrifice flies. And the Reds jump out early on the Braves. 3-0 after 1. Brian, I did speak with Brian B., and because of his mother, he may not be making many of my games, but he did state something in one of my comments. Trust me, he will be. I'm pretty sure he'll be watching these games on a replay. Good to see everybody here, of course, tonight. We go to the top of the second. Leading off for the Braves is going to be the left fielder, Dale Murphy. Some people think he belongs in the Hall of Fame. You can make an argument. 302 average, 36 bombs, 121 RBIs. Dale Murphy, of course, was one of the best players during the 80s. Absolutely. Soto, who's been waiting on the bench for a while, he will go ahead and pitch. Soto, 6-3, strikeout 4, got him. And Soto already dealing. That is the 3rd K for Soto, 1 out. And that will bring up the 3rd baseman, Bob Horner. 303 average, 20 homers, 68 RBIs in 83. Horner actually, at one time, Horner had 4 home runs in a game. Soto. 1-2, range play at the park. Riverfront, 1-3. That is a blank. We will have a rare play instead. And that is a range play. That is a rare play with the range play at the park. So rare plays, base is empty. We'll roll. Let's see what it is. That's a 33. Grounder to shortstop who throws in the dirt, making the first baseman scoop the ball. Resolve play using a range play check for the first baseman to see if he scoops the ball. First baseman is Dreesen. His range is a 3. He's got it. 2 outs. He does scoop the ball, and that will not be an error. So there are 2 away. that will be a ground out. That will be a grounder to short. Nice play there. Definitely a nice play by Dan Dreesen as he makes the scoop. 2 outs, and that will bring up the first baseman, Chris Chambliss. Does anybody have a problem if I say he belongs in the Hall of Very Good? 280 average, 20 homers, 78 RBIs. He's at first base for the Braves today. Soto will go ahead and he will pitch. And, of course, he's got a couple of World Series titles as well. Soto, 1-2, again a range play at the park. Riverfront, 1-3, and once again, it's another rare play. So, again, it's a rare play with range play at the park. That's I think that's the first time I ever had 2 rare plays in a row. 14, second baseman goes into hold to make the play and hurts arm on the throw. Resolve play as a G4 range play. And that is going to be Glenn Hubbard. His range is not Hubbard, Cincinnati. His range is Oster. His range is a 3. Nope, that is going to be a base hit. That is going to be, let's see, let me double check it here. So that goes in the hole, check for injury, and hurts arm on the throw. That's going to be an infield single. So Chambliss is going to be safe. He's going to be safe. And now it says check for injury to the second baseman. So do we have an injury in our first game? Ron Oster's injury rating is a 2. And I believe the only way and remember, I only do game day injuries during the regular season. I do not do full-time injuries do not occur, okay, until the postseason. The only way he stays in this game is on a 1. And he's gone. So the Reds are going to lose Ron Oster for the rest of the game. So he will be gone. So that means we need a new second baseman. And that is going to be coming on to play second base is going to be Wayne Krenchicki. He's going to go ahead and take over at second. It's a 3.18-0. He has the most at bats, so I'm going to use him. So out goes Oster as he is hurt. And Wayne Krenchicki will now take over at second base. We've already had quite a bit of everything early in this game. He is a 3.18-0. So we've already had a bunch of everything here in this first game. So Wayne Krenchicki will take over at second base. Chambliss, of course, is safe at first on the range play because he hurt. So Oster tried to hurt his arm on the throw. And so that goes as a single. For Chambliss. That'll bring up the second baseman, Glenn Hubbard. I always felt he was a solid player. 263 average, 12 homers, 70 RBIs. Devil 9 GLA joins us here at Riverfront Stadium. Soto will go ahead. Strategy roll first. Chambliss staying put. Soto with the pitch. 5-5. Home run result against a righty. Hubbard needs a 7. That's a 4. And the Braves just got a couple of extra runs as Glenn Hubbard gets the first home run of this season. Kaboom! That ball is high! That ball is deep to center, and it's gone! Home run, Glenn Hubbard! Stadium groans. 2-run bomb by Glenn Hubbard puts the Braves on the board. It's now 3-2 as Soto made an absolute meatball, and Hubbard makes that the first plate of lasagna for the 1983 season. That will bring up the catcher, Bruce Benedict. Always felt he was a solid catcher also. 298 average, 2 homers, 43 RBIs in 83. 2 outs, but now a 3-2 game in the top of the second. Already lots happening here in this game. Soto, 5-1, strikeout plus 10. Is that 16 going to get him? No, that's just going to miss. Benedict, 5-2, but he hits a comebacker right back to Soto. And Soto will get that, take his time, throw it over, and that will end the inning. 2 runs, 2 hits. A 2-run bomb by Glenn Hubbard. 3-2 as we go to the bottom of the second. Leading off for the Reds will be the pitcher, Mario Soto. Not a bad hitter, 125 average and a couple RBIs in 83. We'll see if Niekro has a better. We'll see if Niekro has a better inning this time. 3-2 Reds, bottom of inning 2. 6-4, walk plus 10, and he walks Soto. Wow, Niekro is not having a good start. Niekro goes ahead and walks the pitcher. That is the third walk issued by Niekro, and Soto goes to first. And Soto says, DH? I don't need no stinking DH. The next batter will be Ritas into temptation. He got a triple his first time up. Infield automatically a double play, and that's a 14-0 happening. Niekro will pitch. 2-6, strikeout 4, got him. He'll go ahead and he will get Ritas on the K. And that is only the first strikeout for Phil Niekro. He only had 128 of them that year. Next up is Milner. Milner walked his first time up. Chuck Rawlings joins us here at Riverfront Stadium. Don't worry, Chuck. Brian B will be watching. He did make a comment in one of my other videos because he knew we were talking about him. Because we were all worried. It's concerning his mom. He won't make many live games, but he will be watching them, I'm sure. Strategy roll. So we'll all give our thoughts to Brian B. That is a 4. Soto not doing a thing. Niekro 2-1. Possible error. Milner 1-6. That's a ground ball to first, and that ball is hit to Dan Dreesen. His error rating is a 2. That's a 7. He's not going to make an error. Do they turn a double play? 3-3 and 3 because it's hit to first. And shortstop Concepcion +1. A 1-4. It's a double play. They got it. Side retire. I'm not Milner. I'm sorry. Shortstop Ramirez, but it's still a +1. They still get him out, and that will end the inning. It's a 3-6-3 double play. Keep on forgetting who's in the field. I'm going to do that a lot this year, I think. That's what happens when you get old. Nothing across except the walk for the Reds as Niekro has a much better inning, 3-2 after 2. We go to the top of the third. And leading off for the Braves will be the pitcher, Phil Niekro. He actually didn't hit badly. A 185 average and 65 at-bats for the Braves is not bad. He can hit the ball. So Soto will go ahead and pitch. 6-1, strikeout 20. Believe it or not, that's too high. Niekro, 1-1, and he hits a ground out to second. That'll be taken care of there by Krenchicki. And that will be out number 1. Next up is Butler. Butler is 0 for 1. Soto will go ahead and pitch. Dice Baseball Digest. Tony Porter joins us here at Riverfront Stadium. Soto, 1-5, hit by pitch. No, not with the 12. Butler, 2-5, and Butler hits one into left field. That'll bounce off the wall out there. Butler's going to wind up on second with a double. 2-bagger for Butler. Brett Butler always felt he was a very good player, definitely solid. I mean, does anybody here, if I say Brett Butler belongs in the Hall of the Very Good? Very solid player. Here comes Ramirez. Ramirez is 0 for 1. Runner on first. Infield is still back. Strategy. Nothing on the 18. Ramirez actually gets the bunt sign, but with a 297 average, he's swinging. Soto, 5-5. Again, home run result against a righty. Ramirez needs a 3. That is a 3. Wow. Already the Braves are sending him up, and they're sending him out. Kaboom! That ball is high. That ball is hit deep to left field. Going back is Gary Ritas. He's at the track. He's at the wall. He leaps. But that ball's going to clear the wall by about 5 or 6 feet. Home run, Rafael Ramirez. Stadium groans. Rafael Ramirez blasts a 2-run bomb. He had 7 of them. In 83, it's 4-3 Braves. The Reds got out to a 3-0 lead, and the Braves take it right back. No lead is safe when you play inside pitch. That'll bring up Washington. Washington is 0 for 1. And now they go talk to Soto on the mound. See, hey, you're doing all right here? We had a 3-0 lead. It's already gone. Soto will go ahead and he will pitch to Washington. Soto, 6-4 against the lefty. It's an automatic out, and that will be grounded to second base. Taken care of there by Krenchicki, and they'll throw to first for out number 2. That'll bring up the Murph. Murph is 0 for 1. As I said, some people think Dale Murphy belongs in the Hall of Fame. You could make an argument for it. He has the stats. Soto will go ahead and pitch. 4-5. That's a walk plus 10. He'll walk Murphy. So already Atlanta getting out there. That's a walk. That's only the first walk given up by Soto. He had only 89 walks at 273 innings pitched. That's not bad. And now the batter will be Horner. Horner 0 for 1. Murphy on at second. Strategy roll. Nothing happening there. Soto will go ahead and he will pitch. Soto, 1-2. Range play at the park. Riverfront Stadium, 1-6. And that's going to be a fly ball to left field. Going after that is Gary Reedus. His range is a 3. Nope, that's going to drop, and that's going to be a double for Bob Horner. That'll be a double to left. Will it score Murphy? Probably. Base runner 5 with 2 outs becomes a 6. Double to left, a -2, though, because Reedus has actually got a pretty decent arm. So a 1-4, Murphy will score. No, it's a 6. There could be a play at the plate. Murphy around third, Horner around at second. And let's see, Reedus has a 0 arm, a 1-4, there'll be a play. That is a 6, and Murphy will put on the brakes. He'll head back to third. So that's a double for Horner, but they hold Murphy as Gary Reedus throws that right in there and immediately gets it back in there. They hold Murphy, and they'll allow Chambliss to bat. So here comes Chambliss. He got a single his first time up. Still 2 outs here in the top of the third. 4-3 Braves. Something tells me this is going to be a long game. Soto will go ahead and pitch to Chambliss. Strategy. Nothing on the 9. Soto will pitch. 5-1. Strikeout plus 10. That 18. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And the inning is over. That is the 4th K for Soto. 2 runs on 3 hits. A 2-run bomb by Rafael Ramirez and a couple of doubles. We go to the bottom of the third. Thank you for joining me today on opening day. Yes, I see I got a good crowd for opening day, as I usually do. Dave Concepcion will lead off for the Natty. He's 0 for 1, but he has a sacrifice fly. Not a problem, Marlon Price. I'm just glad when anybody can come in here for a good baseball game. Niekro will pitch. 4-5 against the righty. Strikeout plus 10. Easy swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that will be strikeout number 2 for Niekro. 1 down. That'll bring up Mr. Bench. Bench walked his first time up. Niekro with the deal. 5-4 against the righty. Strikeout 5. Got him. He strikes out Bench. And that is a guy, and I think he got him on that knuckler, and that's going to be out number 2. And now here's Dreesen. Dreesen got a single his first time up. Niekro will go ahead and deal. 3-3. That's blank. Dreesen 3-4, and he pumps this one up. And Rafael Ramirez says he'll get it. He'll make the catch and retire the side. After the first inning, Niekro has definitely calmed down. 4-3 up and 3 down after 3. 4-3 in favor of the Bravos. We head to the top of the 4th. Leading off for the ATL will be Glenn Hubbard, and he had a 2-run bomb his first time up. Here I said Riverfront Stadium was pretty much a pitcher's park, and we already had 2 bombs today, both by the Braves. Soto will pitch. 3-4, that's at the park. Riverfront, 3-1, that's grounded to short. Easy play there for Concepcion, and over to first it goes. Next up will be Eggs Benedict, and he's 0 for 1. Soto, he'll go ahead and pitch. 3-3, strikeout 1, swing and a miss, struck him out. He'll get Benedict, and that is the 5th K for Mario Soto, trying to bounce back. And now Niekro. Niekro's 0 for 1. Soto, he'll go ahead and deal. And 2-4. That's a walk plus 10, but that 20 is going to be too high, not this time. Niekro, 3-2, and that is a fly ball center field. And that's going to be an easy play there for Milner, and that is a 1-2-3 inning for Soto, and the Tigers retired. Nice job by Soto to try to bounce back. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Leading off for the Reds is going to be the new second baseman, Wayne Krenchicki. He started the season. He will be on the Detroit Tigers later in the season. At this time, he is on the Reds. 276 average, a homer, and 27 RBIs. Niekro will go ahead and he will pitch. Niekro, 5-2, range play. Krenchicki taking over for the injured Oster. 4-2, that's a fly ball to center. Going after that is Butler. Butler's range is a 4. That's a 3. He'll make the catch easily, and that's out number 1. Next batter is Jones. Jones sacrificed fly his first time up. Niekro, 1-5. Home run chance, but Jones is zeros. It won't happen. Jones, 5-2, and he hits a deep fly ball into center field. Jones hoping it'll go, but it won't. Butler's going to have plenty of room, and that's going to be out number 2. Two outs for Trevino. Trevino is 0 for 1. Niekro will go ahead and pitch. Niekro, 5-6. That's a blank. He's not tired. Trevino, 5-1, and he grounds that to short. Easy play for Ramirez, and he'll throw it over and retire the side. Since Phil Niekro gave up the 3-on-3 in the first inning, he's put up goose eggs the last 3 innings. 4-3 Braves after 4. Traded to the Tigers for Pat Underwood, who the Reds ended up not protecting and lost in the Rule 5 draft. Yes, that is so true. I always love midlife crises and his trivia. It always helps to make it more interesting. Top of the 5th, 4-3 favor of the Braves, and top of the order for Atlanta. Here's Brett Butler. Butler 1 for 2 with a double, and he scored. Soto will go ahead and pitch. Soto, 3-5, wild pitch. That'll be a blank, nobody on base. 5-1 for Butler, and he grounds it easily to second base, handled by Krenchicki. And Krenchicki tosses it to first for out number 1. Here's Ramirez. He hit a 2-run bomb his last time up. He's 1 for 2. Soto, 3-5, wild pitch. That's a blank. Ramirez, 4-4, and against the righty, he chops that to short. That'll be an easy play for Concepcion, and he'll throw it over for out number 2. Now Washington. Washington is 0 for 2. Claudell Washington, I always thought was a... Does anybody agree with me that Claudell Washington was a solid player? I thought he was. Soto, 3-1, strikeout plus 10. That's a 2. That's a swing. That's a miss. And a steer right out. Side retired. And that will be the 5th K for Soto. And 1, 2, 3 go the Braves. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th. As now the game beginning to speed up a little bit. Leading off for the Reds will be the pitcher, Mario Soto. He will bat. This is 1983, not 2020, not 2024. Soto walked his first time up, though. Niekro with the pitch. 4-4 against a righty. Home run result, but Soto didn't have any, so that's not happening. 2-2, but Soto hits one into right field. That's a 4, and Soto, that's going to split the gap and roll all the way to the wall. Right fielder Washington's going to get it, and Soto's going to slide into second base with a double. A two-bagger for Mario Soto. And once again, he claps his hands and says, I'm glad I play in the National League. DH? I don't need no stinking DH. So a leadoff double by Mario Soto, plus the tying run at second base. Here's Ritas. Ritas 1 for 2. Niekro can't believe he gave up the double to Soto, but Soto capable of hitting the ball. Strategy, nothing on the 6. Niekro, 5-1. That's at the park. Riverfront, 3-6. That's a fly ball to center field. And going back for that is Butler. He's going to make the catch for out number 1. Soto not going anywhere. His base running rating is a 1. Hit to center, -1, makes him a 0. He stays right where he is. I don't care about the arm rating in that situation. Here's Milner. That's a house rule, by the way. Milner is 0 for 1 with a walk. Soto on at second. Strategy, nothing on the 1. Soto is not stealing anything. Niekro will go ahead and pitch. Niekro, 5-2. That's a range play. Milner, 1-5. That ball is hit to right field. And against a righty. That's going to be a single to right. But it's a range play for Claudel Washington. His range is a 2. Nope, that's going to be a base hit to right field. Will it score Soto? Base runner 1. A single to right is a +2. So a 1-3, Soto will score. He does. Milner goes ahead and gets an RBI single, and we're tied at 4. Stadium cheers. Yay! RBI single by Eddie Milner as Washington couldn't make the play. And the next batter will be Concepcion. We are now tied at 4 in the ball game. The Reds historically won this game 5-4. Milner on at first. He had 41 stolen bases. That is an 11. He doesn't get the steal sign. Concepcion does get the hit and run. But with one, I think you're going to swing away here. So Niekro will go ahead and he will pitch. Niekro, 6-3, strikeout 11, just missed. Concepcion, 4-2, and that is a ground ball to short. 3-3-4, second base pivot. Hubbard +1, a 1-5, it's a double play. They got it, side retired. 6-4-3 double play, but 1 run on 2 hits for the Reds. We're tied at 4 after 5. Kevin 01SH now joins us here at Riverfront Stadium. I think it's the first time I've seen you in the chat. Welcome welcome to being a part of the network. We go to the top of the 6th, tied at 4. Opening day here at RJL Network for the 1983 Inside Pitch season. Leading off for the Braves will be Mr. Dale Murphy. He's 0 for 1, but he walked his last time up. Tied at 4, top of the 6th. Soto will pitch. Soto, 2-3, strikeout plus. That's a +10. That's a 9. And all Murphy could do is swing at nothing but air. And he goes back to the bench. That is strikeout number 6 for Soto. 1 down, and here comes Horner. Horner 1 for 2 with a double. Soto will go ahead and pitch. Soto, 5-2, strikeout plus, swing and a miss, struck him out. And that is the 7th strikeout for Soto. 2 down. And now here's Chambliss. Chambliss 1 for 2 with a single. Soto will go ahead. 1983, I think I was 13, I believe. I think I was 12 or 13 in 1983 and I had only moved to Florida. I was only in Florida for about 4 years at the time. My bar mitzvah was coming up. Soto will pitch. 5-1, strikeout plus 10. That's a 14. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Side retired. That is the 8th strikeout for Soto. He strikes out the side in order, and we go to the bottom of the 6th. Niekro coming back up to bat. He can pitch to 27 batters. Soto can pitch to 33. Soto still has plenty left in the tank. Nobody's at fatigue yet. As we now go to the bottom of the 6th inning. And here comes Mr. Johnny Bench. Bench is 0 for 1, but he walked. Niekro will continue using his knuckleball. Pitch coming up. 5-3, error on a throw. Bench, 2-3, and that's hit hard to left field, and that's going to split the gap and go down the line. That's going to be a double to left. Left fielder is Dale Murphy. His error rating is a 0. He will not make an error throwing the ball back in. Bench will hold it second with a leadoff double. I always feel it's great when one of the greatest of all time or Hall of Famers make a contribution to the game. And I think Johnny Bench getting a double is not too bad. Johnny Bench only played about 2/3 of those games in 83. I think he was hurt at one point, wasn't he? Next batter is Dreesen. And Dreesen is 1 for 2. Bench on at second base. Nobody out. Strategy. Nothing on the 5. Bench will stay right where he is. Niekro will go ahead and pitch. Niekro, 4-6. Range play. Dreesen, 5-5. That ball is hit to first. That's going to be a range play for Chris Chambliss. His range is a 2. Nope, that's hit to first base, and that is going to be a base hit for Dreesen. It'll be a single past first. Bench has a base running rating of 2. He will not make it home. He will hold the third base. So already the Reds now getting a chance here to take the lead here in the bottom of the 6th. And the next batter will be Krenchicki, who came in for the injured Oster. Krenchicki is 0 for 1 in this ball game. Runners at first and third, they will call the infield in. So Niekro will go ahead and he will go ahead, strategy roll first, and nothing on the 19. Krenchicki can bunt, but he's not going to bunt here. Krenchicki, not a bad hitter, 276 average in 83 with the Reds and the Tigers. Niekro will pitch. Niekro, 5-5. That's a pitcher result. Lefty, 1-11 is an out. That's a 12. It's too high. Krenchicki, 1-4, and that is going to be a ground ball to first. Bench's base running rating becomes a 0. There is no way he can score. That'll be taken care of there by Chambliss. Dreesen will move to second, and that is out number 1. As I did say, the infield is in. He will get Krenchicki out of there. So the runner moves up on a grounder to first. Dreesen looks Bench back. Bench ain't going anywhere with the infield in. And now the batter is Jones. Jones is 0 for 2, but he does have a sacrifice fly. Braves keeping the infield in, tied at 4, bottom of the 6th here on opening day. Strategy roll, and nothing for Niekro. Niekro will pitch to Jones. Niekro, 1-5, home run chance, but Jones has zeros. Jones, 5-1, and that is another ground ball to first base. And again with the infield in, Bench's base running rating is a 0, no chance for him to score. Bench cannot move. It'll be taken easily by Chambliss, and that's out number 2. And now can Trevino get the Reds ahead? Trevino is 0 for 2. He is 0 for 2. 2 straight grounder to the first, and Chris Chambliss goes ahead and keeps Bench where he's at. Now with 2 outs, the infield will go back to normal. Niekro will go ahead and he will pitch. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 15. Niekro will pitch. 5-5. That's a pitcher result against the righty. A 1-7 is a base hit past the pitcher. That's a 6. And Trevino will go ahead and put the Reds ahead as he hits a single right past Niekro and into the outfield. Bench will come in to score. Dreesen with 2 outs. He will come in to score. 2 RBI single by Alex Trevino. Reds take a 6-4 lead. Stadium cheers. Yay! Two RBI single by Alex Trevino. Only had 13 RBIs that year, but he gets 2 big ones here. That'll bring up the pitcher, Mario Soto, and now I'm going to fatigue Niekro. And the reason why I'm going to do that is because he's given up 6 runs, and my new rule is 13 divided by 2 is 6.5. I will round down to 6. I'm going to now use the pull rating to also fatigue a pitcher besides batters faced, which pretty much means Niekro, he's due to bat third in the inning, in the 7th inning. He's pretty much done. But they're going to see if they can let Niekro get out of this inning. If a parentheses result comes up, he is still removed. Mike in the Truck now joins us here at Riverfront Stadium. Mike in the Truck is the official master technician for RJL Network, by the way. Trevino on at first, 2 outs, but now a 6-4 Reds lead. Strategy rolls are still active. Nothing on the 3. Trevino staying put. Niekro trying to get out of the inning. Pitch. 5-2. That's a range play. Soto. By the way, Soto is 1 for 1 with a double and a walk, and he's still staying out there. 4-4. That's a ground ball to third. That ball is hit to Horner. Horner was not very good. His range is a 1. And that's going to be a base hit. And that's going to be a single for Mario Soto past third. Trevino, a base running rating of 4, even with 2 outs, will not get him to third base. He will hold at second. But Soto gets another hit. Stadium cheers. Yay! Once again, Soto says DH. I told you before, and I'll tell you again. I don't need no stinking DH. Now the batter is Ritas, and Niekro is now officially tired because he has faced 27 batters. They're going to stick with him still, see if he can get through this inning. 6-4 here, but if he allows another run, he's out of there. So Niekro will go ahead and pitch to Ritas. 6-4, bottom of the 6th. Opening day here at RJL Network, 1983 inside pitch season. Strategy rolls are still on. Nothing on the 7. Niekro will go ahead and pitch. Niekro, 2-2, error on a grounder. Ritas, 2-1. That is a ground ball. It's a ground ball to second base. That ball is hit to Hubbard. His error rating is a 4. That's a 12. Hubbard will not make an error. He'll get it. He's going to go to throw the shortstop covering second to get Soto. And that will go ahead and end the inning. 2 runs on 4 hits. A 2-run RBI single by Alex Trevino. And the Reds now lead at 6-4 here after 6. We go to the top of the 7th. Soto says I can continue pitching. Leading off for the Braves will be Glenn Hubbard. And he got a bomb his first time up. He's 1 for 2. 6-4 in favor of the Reds. Soto will deal. Soto, 2-3, strikeout plus 10. Continues to throw the heat. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That is strikeout number 9 for Soto. He has now struck out 5 batters in a row. And now here's Benedict. Benedict is 0 for 2. Soto, he'll go ahead and pitch. 5-6, range play. Benedict, 2-1. That's a single past third, but it's a range play for Johnny Bench. He wasn't that great at third. His range is a 2. But he's got it! What a play by the Hall of Famer. He gets up, throws to first, out number 2. Great play by Johnny Bench to take a hit away. Phil Niekro's the next batter. Braves are going to go to the bench. They are done with him. And they will bring on a new batter. And coming on to pinch hit for the Braves. I usually don't have a third catcher in this. I don't really like using catchers as extra pinch hitters. And I don't want to use a fringe player. So they're going to go ahead with the most at bats. Coming on to pinch it for the Braves is going to be Jerry Royster. 235 average, 3 homers, 30 RBIs in 83. Jerry Royster, does that name bring back memories? So Royster pinch hitting for Niekro, and Soto will pitch to Royster. 2 outs, top of the 7th. Pitch from Soto, 2-1, strikeout plus, it won't matter. Swing and a miss, strikeout, and the inning is over. Strikeout number 10 for Soto. 1, 2, 3, go the Braves. And for the first time this season, we are at the 7th inning stretch. Sing, take me out to the ball game. I'll be right back. Don't forget, after tonight's game, it's the return of the 10-minute ticker. And tomorrow night, we'll be back. We will be taking a trip to the wonderful Kingdom in Seattle, Washington tomorrow night. We will be seeing, tomorrow night will be April 7th. It'll be the New York Yankees taking on the Seattle Mariners. Dave Rags to Riches Righetti will be pitching for the Yankees, and Bob Stoddard will be going for the Mariners. That'll be tomorrow night's game on the network. The Yankees and the Mariners to get our first look at those guys. And that'll be tomorrow night on Inside Pitch. Bottom of the 7th inning coming up. Soto is going to stay on the mound. Leading off for the Braves is going to be Brett Butler. I'm sorry, not Butler, not Soto. I'm sorry, it's the Reds that are up. Let's see. Eddie Milner will lead off for the Reds, and he is 1 for 2, a single and a walk. Braves need a pitcher. So let's see. They got left, right coming up, and I do use the 3-batter rule. And coming on to pitch for the Braves is going to be Gene Garber. 4 wins, 5 losses, 9 saves, a 4.60 ERA. Gene Garber will come on to pitch for the Braves. He can pitch to 6. Pitch to 6. We'll see what he does. So Gene Garber will pitch for the Braves against Eddie Milner here in the bottom of the 7th. 6-4 Reds. Bottom of the 7th inning here. Opening day at Riverfront Stadium. Garber, 4-5. Strikeout, 13. That will miss. Milner, 3-2. And he hits one to center field. Brett Butler will go ahead and get to that and make the catch, out number 1. One of the rare times when I bring in a pitcher and a relief pitcher, and the first thing he doesn't do is give up a hit or a walk or something. Here's Concepcion, and he is 0 for 3. Garber, he'll go ahead and deal. Garber, 2-6. That's at the park. Riverfront, 4-1. And Concepcion hits one into center field. And that's going to roll all the way to the wall. Concepcion's going to have himself a 1-out double. Concepcion gets his first hit of the game. And now the batter is Bench. Bench is 1 for 2, a double and a walk. And Concepcion on at first. Garber will go ahead and pitch to Bench. Strategy rolls are still on. That is a 1. Concepcion gets the steal sign to go to third. But with Bench up there, I don't think you do that. I think you hold him. And I think that's the right thing to do. Since Concepcion's already in scoring position. He did have 14 stolen bases, though. Concepcion will stay at second base. Garber will pitch. 5-3, hit by pitch. No. Bench. 6-5. That's a ground ball to third base. That'll be picked up by Horner. The throw will go to first for the out. And Concepcion, they'll stay at second. So grounder to third. And now here's Dreesen. Dreesen 2 for 3 with 2 singles. 2 outs, bottom of the 7th. Reds lead 6-4. Garber looking in on Dreesen. Strategy. Nothing happening there. Concepcion will stay where he is. Garber will pitch. 2-5. Range play. Dreesen. 5-3. Ground ball, second base. That ball is hit to Hubbard. Hubbard was pretty good. His range is a 4. And he's got it. Hubbard will take care of it. And he'll throw to first to get Dreesen. And that will retire the side. No runs a hit for the Reds. And they're still holding on to a 2-run lead after 7. We go to the top of the 8th. Soto can still pitch to 6 more batters. They're going to let him pitch. And he's got 10 strikeouts today. Good start for the season on a strikeout pitcher. Here's Brett Butler. Butler 1 for 3 with a double. Soto will pitch. 4-5. Walk plus 10. He'll walk Butler. So Soto finally gives up a walk. And that is his second walk he's given up. And now the tying run coming to the plate in the form of Ramirez. Ramirez already has a bomb in the game. He's 1 for 3. See, strategy rolls are still on, and Butler is staying put. Ramirez does not get the bunt sign. He will swing, and I think he would anyway. Soto will pitch. Soto, 6-3, strikeout 3. Big K struck him out. That is strikeout number 11 for Mario Soto. 1 out. And now here's Washington. Washington is 0 for 3. Butler on it first. Strategy roll. And nothing happening. Butler stays. Well, actually, no. Butler got the steal sign. That's a 7. Nothing against Soto. I don't think you'd steal Butler here. Washington's got good average. I think Butler stays. He doesn't have 39 stolen bases. Do you steal here? I don't think so. 13 minus 2 would be 11. And Trevino minus 1 would be a 10. He's not going anywhere. Soto will pitch. 6-3, strikeout 10. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He'll get Washington. Strikeout number 12 for Soto. What a way to start the year for him. He had 242 Ks in 83. Here's the Murph. Murph is 0 for 2 with a walk. Butler on it first. Strategy, nothing on the 4. He'll stay put. Soto will go ahead and pitch to the Murph. Fans here at the stadium by the front of the river, hoping for a good pitch. Soto, 1-2, range play at the park. Riverfront, 6-3. It's a ground ball to third. That ball is hit to Johnny Bench. His range is a 2. He's got it again. What a play by Bench. He's got it. Picks it up. Throws to second to get Butler, and the inning is over. Stadium cheers. Yay. Nothing across except a walk. And the Braves are down 6-4 going to the bottom of the 8th. Gene Garber, he can pitch to 2 more batters before he tires. Leading off for the Reds is going to be Wayne Krenchicki. And I think Garber, he's going to stay out there. So Garber's going to pitch. So 6-4, Garber will deal with Krenchicki. Garber, 4-4, blank. Krenchicki, 6-3, base hit, right past short, and Krenchicki is on base as the Reds looking to get some insurance. Krenchicki's first hit of the game since coming in for the injured Oster. And now here's Jones. Jones is 0 for 3. They're going to let Jones bat because Jones has excellent range in right field. No arm, though, but he's a bad arm, but he's got great range, and you want that for defense. Krenchicki on at first. Infield is still in double play depth. Nothing on the 5. Krenchicki staying put. Garber will pitch. Garber, 2-6. That's at the park. Riverfront, 3-1. Ground ball to short. 0-0-1. Second base pivot is Hubbard. He's a +1. A 1-2. It's a double play. They got it. 2 outs. Gene Garber gets the pitcher's best friend, a 6-4-3 double play. As Jones hits into that. And now here's Trevino. Trevino got a 2 RBI single his last time up. Now 2 outs. Garber is now tired. They're going to say finish the inning. Garber, unless you give up a run. Garber will go ahead and pitch. Garber, 6-6, strikeout. 15 is high. Trevino, 5-5, and that's chopped right easily to the short. That'll be handled by Ramirez. He's got it. Throws to first, and the inning is over. No runs and a hit for the Natty, and they have a 6-4 lead after 8. But will we see our first 9th inning magic of 1983? Top of the 9th, 6-4 in favor of the Reds. Leading off is going to be Bob Horner. Mario Soto can pitch to 2 more batters before he tires. They say he's going to try to stay out there. The Reds' closer for this game actually is Bill Scherer. He had 10 saves. Bill Scherer is the closer for this game if needed. They're going to see if Soto can finish the game out. So Soto is going to go ahead and pitch to Bob Horner. Horner 1 for 3. Top of the 9th. Fans here at Riverfront hoping for a quick game here. As Clee Baseball fan says, no magic. Soto will pitch. 4-1. Possible error. Horner. 2-4. And that's hit a hard right line drive right to second. And that is gloved easily there by Krenchicki. 1 out. No error on lineouts. Unless you're trying to throw somebody out. Line drive, but Krenchicki makes the play. 1 out. And now here's Chambliss. Chambliss is 1 for 3. Soto looking on. The fans there at Riverfront Stadium hoping to see their Reds go to a 1-0 record. Remember, board record is the first tiebreaker in my replays. I do not do game 163s. Board record is the first tiebreaker. Second tiebreaker is most runs scored on the board. Third tiebreaker is most net runs scored on the board. Soto will pitch to Chambliss. Soto, 6-4. Against the lefty, it's an automatic. Out! And that's going to be fly to left. Easy play there for Reedus. And he's got it. 2 down. And now the last chance for the Braves is Glenn Hubbard. Soto is tired, but he's going to stay out there and try to go the distance. Hubbard is 1 for 3. He has a bomb. Soto looking in on Hubbard. The fans here at the stadium in front of the river are on their feet, waving all their cell phones. Oh, yeah, this is 1983. They still didn't have those yet. At least not the big ones, I think, though, right? Soto will go ahead and pitch to Hubbard. Fans are on their feet. Soto winds up and deals. 4-6. That's a pitcher result. That 16 is too high. Hubbard, 6'5", and it's a ground ball to second base. Up with it is Krenchicki. He gets it. Pumps once, pumps twice, throws to first. That's your game. The Reds, this game belongs to the Reds. Stadium cheers. Yay! 3 up and 3 down as the Cincinnati Reds will win opening day here 6-4 at Riverfront Stadium. What a heck of a game for Mario Soto. He had 12 strikeouts in this game, and he goes the distance. What a way to start the year for 1983 for Mario Soto. And yes, Uncle Dave, it is warm here. So definitely a big win for the Reds as they start this season off with a victory. Final line score coming up. For the Reds, 6 runs, 11 hits, no errors. For the Braves, 4 runs, 5 hits, no errors. The winning pitcher, of course, is Mario Soto. I'm going to give him player of the game also. He only gave up 4 on 5, but he had 12 strikeouts in this game. Yes, Barbara, just a bit late. Just a bit late. Okay. Phil Niekro will take the loss. There are no saves. That does it for the actual game, but we are not done. The return of 10-minute ticker is coming right up, so don't go away. So thank you, everybody, for joining me for the game. As we get set and ready for the ticker. It is time for the 10-minute ticker, brought to you by FastScore Baseball. The 10-minute ticker is what I utilize for the background. I do not use gamey AI or anything like that for the background. You will see every game played out in the aspects of a role. The black dice are the visiting team. The white dice is the home team. The big die is the tens. The little die is the single digits. A typical fast score game utilizes a chart for every season done, and the press score is created by Brian Davis, not related to Chris Davis, who creates Inside Pitch. Created by Brian Davis. Everything is already laid out for you. All you got to do is print and play. You can pretty much roll an entire season in maybe a day, maybe less than a day's time. So that's how you can think you go ahead and do this. I'll show you how it works. Of course, Atlanta did beat the Reds did win today 6-4. So I marked that automatically. I'll show you how this works. Kansas City takes on Baltimore. This is the rating for each game concerning pitchers and all that. Kansas City has a 16. Baltimore has an 18. I rolled all 4 dice. The Kansas City Royals have a 16, and that is a 52. We then go ahead and go to 16, and then roll and then find 52. 52 here, okay, is under a 6. So that means that the Royals scored 6 runs in this game. Baltimore has an 18, but they rolled a 20, but they rolled a 21. I'll bring that there. They rolled a 21. So an 18, but under a 21 is only a 3. So that means that the Royals win this ball game, and that is how the 10-minute ticker can fly by. That is how you do it. The 10-minute ticker is designed to help me go ahead and choose the playoff teams, but I always try to get the best games on the board during the final month of the season. Continuing April 4th, opening day, Cleveland at Oakland. Cleveland 24-53, and that is 8. Oakland 13-32, and that is 4. That will be a win for the Tribe. White Sox at the Rangers. White Sox 11-16, and that is 2. Rangers 4-26, and that is 2. They will go to extras. Extra innings are run on the back of the season. You roll 1 dot, 1 black, and 1 white, and then you add or subtract the clutch ratings. So for White Sox, they roll a 5. Chicago White Sox has a 0 for clutch rating, so that's just a 5. And now the roll for Texas. Texas has a 4. Texas has a -4 clutch rating, which makes them a 0. So the White Sox will win the game in extras by virtue of the clutch roll. If there is a tie on the clutch roll, home team always wins. Simulates home field advantage. That is how you do fast score. On to April 5th, Toronto at Boston. Toronto 22-11, that's 0. Red Sox 5-64, and that's going to be 7. The Red Sox will win their opening day game. Toronto had a 22-5. Toronto was supposed to win that game. Milwaukee, and that's why I like fast score. You get some very interesting surprises at the end of the year. Milwaukee at California. Brewers 12-16, that is 2. Angels 11-64, that's 8. Angels will get the win. Detroit at Minnesota. Tigers 27-33. A lot of high numbers early. That's a 6. Minnesota 6-45. That's 4. The Cats will get the win. Yankees and the Mariners. Yankees 16-61. That's 8. Mariners -221. That's 1. The Yanks will win that one. White Sox and the Rangers. White Sox 15-11, and that is going to be 0. Rangers 3-23, and that is 2. The Rangers will get the win. Dodgers and the Astros. Rest in peace, Fernando Valenzuela. Dodgers 6-31, and that is 3. Astros 6-31, that is also 3. They tie and go to extras. Dodgers roll a 3, +2 is 5. Astros roll a 4, +2 is 6. And that's going to be a win for the Astros. Phillies and the Mets. This was the game I really wanted to do for opening day. The Philly and Met game between Steve Carlton and Tom Seaver. I really wanted to do this. I almost thought of skipping the 4th to play this game, but I wanted to follow my rule. So I really wanted to do this, but we'll see Seaver on the Mets later. Carlton and Seaver, Phillies and the Mets. Phillies 7-16, and that is 2. Mets 2-63, and that is 6. And the Mets will have a happy recap. They historically did win that game. Padres and the Giants. Padres 11-51, and that is 5. Giants 12-52, and that is 6. And that's going to be a win for the G-Men. Pirates and the Cardinals. Pirates 12-41, and that is 5. Redbirds 6-24, that is 2. That's a win for the Bucks. On to April 6th, Kansas City at Baltimore. Kansas City 5-56, that is 5. Orioles 12-44, and that is also 5. They will go to extras. Let's see. Kansas City rolls a 3, +3 is 6. Baltimore rolls a 5, +0 is 5. Kansas City will get the win. Milwaukee at California. Brewers 15-35, and that is 5. Angels 13-24, that's 3. That's a win for the Brew Crew. Detroit at Minnesota. Detroit 20-61, that's 8. Twins 10-36, and that's 4. The Cats win another game. Cleveland at Oakland. Indians 9-62, that is 7. Oakland 10-61, and that is also 7. They will go to extras. Cleveland rolls a 4. -1 is 3. Oakland rolls a 5 plus 0. That will be a win for the A's. Yankees and the Mariners, we have these two tomorrow night. Yankees 9-34, that is 4. Mariners 10-12, and that's 1. That's a win for the Bronx Bombers. White Sox and the Rangers. White Sox 6-23, that is 2. Rangers 113, that's 0. That's a win for the Chi Sox. Expos and the Cubs. Expos 10-65, that is 9. Cubs 5-16, that is 1. That's a win for the Spos. Braves and the Reds. Braves 15-66, that's 11. Reds 4-43, and that is 4. The Braves will win that one. Dodgers and the Astros. Dodgers 11-16, that is 2. Astros 4-64, and that's 7. The Astros will get the win. Padres and the Giants. Padres 11-23, that is 3. Giants 7-46, and that is 5. That's a win for the G-Men. That is your 10-minute ticker. If your team won tonight, congratulations. If they didn't, there's always tomorrow. Tomorrow will be April 7th. We will be at the Seattle Kingdom as the New York Yankees will take on the Seattle Mariners. Dave Rags Righetti will be going for the Yankees. Bob Stoddard will be going for the Mariners. This was only the first game of the 1983 season. We have so much more to play. And you know my seasons can take about 4 months to do it. I know all of you will not join me for every game. I know you'll choose some of them depending on your favorite team, and that is okay. But of course, always watch the replay, and I always put these games in a playlist throughout the season. So people just want to check the season, they can just go to that playlist, and you'll do that. So tomorrow night, Yankees and the Mariners, be there or be square. Thank you all for joining me tonight. I know I had almost around 40 people at one time watching this game. Please leave a like on your way out to the turnstiles. Subscribe if you've not done so, and make sure you hit the darn bell. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. This game belongs to the Reds. Mario Soto, 12 strikeouts, goes the distance. What a way to start the 83 season as the Reds beat the Braves 6-4. The season is underway. See you tomorrow night.